Yo, what up? What up? What's goody mob, everybody? How's it going? You know who it is. It's your boy, Mr. KG. I'm Mr. KG today, okay? Cool. So today, basically, what I'm going to be talking about are the degrees of a circle. Because oftentimes you'll hear me refer to degrees, okay, as it pertains to stretching. All right, if any of you have ever taken a geometry class, there is this a tool of measurement to actually measure the degrees of a circle, and it's called a protractor. Okay, if you're in Dubai, if you're in Bahrain, Abu Dhabi, you can go to Carrefour, and you may be able to find such a device, such an instrument for measuring the circle. Protractor. Okay, so basically, as it pertains to stretching, some of us may have a wider degree of stretch, okay, and some of us may have a much shorter range of motion. All right, so what we're going to do is put a circle up here so that we can talk about those degrees of a circle and split them down. All right, here we go. So what you have here is a full circle. All right, this right here is a 360-degree circle. Yeah, I think you guys can see that. Okay, cool. And yes, I am using my mirror as a dry erase board. Okay, I use everything. I use anything that I have at my disposal. Okay, yeah, you make it fun, right? Shut up. All right, pay attention. Okay, so this represents a 360-degree full circle. As it represents our sun, when we see the sun, it appears to be a full 360 degrees. The earth, if we were out in the atmosphere, would appear to be a 360 degree. All of these are spheres floating in space, okay? And let's just say that they represent a circle, all right? Even though we know that it's not just a flat circle, it's a sphere because it has other dimensions. All right, so this right here is 360 degrees, okay, of a circle. And this is your midpoint, your center point, all right? So now let's go to a 180 degree. If you split this circle, boom, in half, this top portion represents a 180 degree, okay? 180 degrees of a circle, all right? Cool. So let's say up here is a half of a circle, which represents 180 degrees of an arc, because this right here is an arc, okay? All right? And anytime that we're talking about a circle, we're talking about several arcs that are tied together, just like the hand on a clock, okay? It's going around to complete a full circle once it goes from 12 back up to 12, like as in a 24-hour day, all right? Hope that didn't throw you off. Just stick with me, okay? I believe in you guys. I didn't do too good in geometry. I didn't think I was very good at geometry and math or whatever. I had a terrible, sucky teacher, okay, by the way. But now that I'm able to put these things in context and relate them to stretching and things that I do every day and things that I see and witness and observe every day, makes more sense. But anyway, now let's go to the other half. Now you have here another half of the circle, okay, which represents the other half of 80 degrees. And 180 degrees plus another 80 degrees represents this 360. We could split this down even more, okay? All right, let me erase that and I'll move it over. So you guys got that. You're getting it, okay? So we're getting to a particular point right here. Okay, yeah, that towel's a little bit wet. All right, so anyway, now we can split that down even further, okay? And I hope you guys can see that circle. Can you? Yeah, you can. All right, pay attention. All right, so you split this down to 180. Okay, that's what I'm making a vertical line here. That's okay. And then a horizontal line across. All right. So now what we have here are 190 degree right, or 90 degree angle right here. We have is that's a 90 degree angle right there. That's what that represents. Okay. This right here represents a 90 degree angle. All right. This represents another 90 degree angle. And when you tie all of these 90 degree angles together, 90 plus 90 equal 180. Plus 90, plus another 90, another 180, which represents a 360 degree. Okay, so if you take a chunk, say this is the cross right here, this arc right here, bam, that represents one piece of this pie, which represents a 90 degree angle. Okay, so let's go ahead and split that down even more. All right, so I hope this is pretty interesting, because remember, it's all in relationship to stretching and your degree and range of motion as it pertains to, say, the hips, the glutes, the femoral bone, the tibia, and how wide you're able to open up your, let's say, side split. We're going to just use side split for an example. Okay, so side split, straddle, Some people call it Chinese split. Some people call it box split. Whatever. You can do the research, check it out on Google, or watch my videos, because I do this stretch a lot, and I will continue to make videos so that you can see my progress, so that I can measure my own progress. Anyway, we can split this down even more. Okay, so now we have a full circle here. We have 90. That represents that 90. Let's split that in half. Let's split this 90-degree arc right here in half, and what do we have? Is a 45-degree angle. Let's go ahead and do it all around. Boom, bam, okay? I gotta clean that up a little bit, clean this line up. Bam, so now we have 45-degree angle arcs all around, equaling up to 360 degrees. You have 45 here. Some of you may only be able to open up your range of motion in the side split or the straddle stretch, okay, at a 45-degree angle, which is cool, because you always want to start where you are, okay? Start where you are. And the whole point of this here video is not only to show you the degrees of a circle, so that when I say degree, you guys understand what I'm saying, okay? But it is also to tell you to sit your ass down. Sit down. Be still for a minute. Turn the TV off. Turn the internet off. Turn it all off, okay? Anything that may be distracting you, turn it off, okay? Just give yourself time to actually listen and feel what's going on, okay? Pause. All right, anyway, I had to pause. There was a little disruption or whatever. So anyway, we have 45 degrees all around the circle. This is another 45 degree of an arc, okay? This is another 45 degree, because it's been split up. It's like you have a whole 360 pie. Now we're splitting them into smaller pieces, and they're arc. They're arc. This is an arc, okay? If you can see that. That would represent an arc right here, okay? So this arc, bam, 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 on that circle, 45 degrees, and these are all 45 degrees. I'll write it all out so that you can see that I ain't doing no magic tricks or nothing like that, and this is literally 45, or represents 45 degrees, okay, of an angle all around there, okay? You could split that down even more, but I'm not going to do that, all right? So, thing is that when you have a certain range of motion, okay, if you're able to open up your legs to a certain degree, what you want to do is go to the point at which your muscles are preventing you, because your muscles will prevent you at some point, depending on your level of flexibility. I don't know, you might be a ballet dancer, you know what I'm saying, a cheerleader, a gymnast, or a martial artist that has extreme flexibility, okay? But if you have a limited range of motion, or if your muscles are preventing you from going to a full 180 degree stretch out to both sides, I'll draw a line, okay? So this is a line, all right? That line, let's say this line represents 180 degrees. So let's say you're able to actually get your legs to go out to this degree. That's cool, all right? If not, you might be right here. Boom, okay? You might only have this much of a range of motion from here to here, okay? Which is the 90-degree angle. That's completely fine. Don't worry. But you want to have a starting point somewhere. You're going to have a starting point somewhere. But what you want to do is give yourself some room to improve. And the way that you do that is by what? Sitting. Let's write this out. Your ass down. Sit your ass down, okay? Sit down. Or what I mean by sit down, literally, yeah, you could sit down, but just being still. Get yourself in a position and hold the position long enough to allow those muscles to adjust, to allow your spine to elongate, okay? To allow it some space. You are creating space within the muscle, okay? So that when you revisit those movements, okay, you're creating, it might be a little bit tight at first, but you go to the edge, sit your ass down, relax, let your body relax. And now you have a little bit more freedom of motion within this range, okay? Then you go to the peak of your range, and then you go beyond that just a little bit more, okay? So you don't want to try to make your muscles go into a particular position. You're not forcing it, okay? It's not a thing of force, but it's a thing of getting yourself into a good position, a good relaxed position, and just allowing it to do what it does, okay? All right, some of you may only have the 45 degree, boom. You may only have 45 degrees of a stretch, which is, I mean, that's cool too. You know what I'm saying? Don't be hard on yourself because you only have this range of motion right here. That's okay. On the arc of this circle, if you only have that, it's completely fine, all right? But you just have to have a starting point. You go to that starting point, you go to the limit, and then there's other breathing techniques and stuff like that. Don't worry about that so much because that stuff will begin to develop naturally as you practice. But the first part of actually improving on it is sitting your ass down. Okay, sit down. Like I'm saying that over and over again because this is how you are going to see results. Okay, because this is what we're doing this for, is to see a result, is to be able to, my goal is to be able to sit in the split, sit in the straddle position and have both of my legs out relaxed. Okay, going 180 degrees out to the side. All right. So I don't want this degree, you know what I'm saying? I don't want a tight degree. I want for my legs to be able to sit here and maybe even beyond a little bit, which would be a hyper split, I guess you can call it. Yeah, but anyway, I hope that that helps. I hope that that helps so that now when I say degree or range of motion, range or whatever, or even if I say the number like a 90 degree angle, 45 degree angle, 180 degree, I hope that it all makes much more sense now, okay? My mirror is all dirty. I probably should get like a real dry erase board, but I mean, this is what I have at my disposal at the moment, all right, guys? So, yeah, I hope that that made sense. And have any questions or anything like that, or input, or blah, 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 or whatever it may be, just let me, Mr. KG, let me know, okay? All right, out of here. Got to do things, big things. Anyway, peace.